Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Gnomoria with yours truly, Inzainia. Alright, let's just get back to the action. Here we go. Alright, where are all my people at? What, are they just chilling somewhere? Yeah, they're all just kind of chilling. Sleeping, chilling, doing their own things. A couple up there chilling. Alright, let me check. What is this? This is a stonemason. I bet you in jobs I don't have it set up right. So let's go to provisionalists, stone, mining, masonry. No, they've got masonry. Stone mason. Where are my... all my provisionalists are idle. Alright, stone mason, chisel. For build job at stone cutter. I need a stone cutter. I can make a chisel here though. Why didn't they just make a chisel here? Alright, we'll craft a chisel. There we go. Alright, let's build. Workshop. I guess I need the stone cutter. My bad. No, I have a stone. No, I'm building. That is a stone cutter. That is the stone cutter. I don't know. I thought this guy, chisel. I thought this machine could make a chisel. It can. Oh, I need a block. I can't make a block until I get the stone cutter. Okay, that makes sense then. So what I'm going to do is temporarily not accept jobs. And what that'll do is that'll clear that out. Alright, so let's let this guy make the chisel. We'll fast forward a little bit until the chisel's made. Because it takes a while. That's one thing I don't like, is that you can't look and see how far along each job is. You know, most things have a little scrolling bar or something that lets you know, okay, this is 80% done, 90% done, 100% done. Ding, there's chisel. But you just kind of have to wait. And it's all based on his stonemason skills. Or his skills as a mason, rather. Alright, and there's the chisel, I think. No? What's he doing? Let's see now. Pine plank. No, there's a granite chisel right there. Okay, yeah, this is green, so somebody's already grabbed it. There he goes. He went and grabbed the table, he went and grabbed the chair, he went and grabbed the chisel, and now he's making it. Let's slow the speed back down. I don't want time getting away from us. You can really lose track of time in double speed. Alright, so now what we need to do is we need to start cutting blocks. Any raw stone, craft to, oops, let's go to crafted first. Craft to, we'll say 20. 20 should do us. And that'll put somebody there cutting blocks constantly. But the first thing I need to do after I get a block, did I make a saw blade already? Let's go to stocks, items, goods. No, that's mechanism, I think. Isn't that tool? No, what is it, furniture? No, goods. We can just look through here, it don't matter. Saw blade, did I make a saw blade? No. Raw stone, okay. So I need to make a saw blade. Yep, I need a block to do it. So we'll craft one saw blade, and he's cutting blocks over there. What is this guy out here for? That guy running around doing his own thing. I got some straw for you, yo. Do I not have somebody set to animal husbandry? I know I do. But let me make sure. I have a list over there of everything, and I just cheated and I didn't look at it. Rancher. Yeah, ranchers. All my prospectors. And what are my prospectors? Oops, whoops. What are my prospectors doing? I've got one that's idle, so apparently that's not it. Sometimes they'll just wander out, but usually he may have went over here and picked one up off the ground, actually. But usually they stay in their pens very well, actually. I don't know why he walked out. Okay, can we get somebody to come over here now and do this one? Saw blade. Let's try changing the priority and see if that happens. What is this guy? This is Inzainia bulb. Let's see. Inzainia bulb. He's a provisionalist. Crafting, 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 and sleeping. So everybody's working. Okay, so you guys can stop. Cancel. Cancel. The reason why is because I want this stone cutter made. Once I get this saw blade made, I can make it's sawmill right here. Once I get this sawmill made, I'm going to delete all 4 of these because I don't need them anymore. Everything that I can make here, actually already, I can make somewhere else now. So what I can do is you then, to get rid of stuff, you come down here to deconstruct. And I'm just going to deconstruct them too because I'm not sure. Let's check my planks. How many planks do I have? Good. Wood planks. I've got 17 planks. That's more than enough planks to make that. So we'll deconstruct all 4 of them. Alright, let's cancel that job. That way he gets off of it. We'll cancel that job. That way he gets off of it. And now they'll just dismantle all 4 of them because I don't need them and somebody's building my sawmill already. I'm all the way zoomed in because I like watching. I like watching, especially when I'm waiting on particular things. I like just watching and letting them do their thing. All right, so now what we want to do is set this one to planks. Go to craft 2, and then 20. And now we will always have 20 planks because somebody will cut them for us as soon as they finish tearing stuff up. Destructive gnomes. And there we go. We got somebody over there. He's going to make some planks. This guy's making stones. Or blocks rather. So we got planks and blocks going, which is good. And we'll soon back out. And our ground's almost all the way done, which is great. We need to set that tree to be cut down. Let's go fell that tree. We'll fell that tree. Let's zoom around a little. We need to fell that tree. That's pretty good actually. Right there's all I need. But we're going to cut all these down too, just to give them something to do. There we go. That'll give us some more lumber too. You can't never have enough. I mean, you can later in the game, but this early on, trust me, you're good. You want as much of that stuff as you can get. Oh, I'm using the comma, and the period key rotates the map around, by the way. Sorry, I haven't mentioned that yet, and we're now on the 3rd episode, starting into the 3rd episode. But yeah, the comma and the period key rotate the map view for you. Now there is no actual map, like you can't hit M or anything like that to bring up a map, but you have to move around and you can scroll down through each layer, and once you've seen a layer, you can see what you've got in that layer. Now I like to hit E. E brings up this. Without it, if I had anything under here that I had seen or dug down into, I'd be able to see. If you hit E, it locks it to the current level of your view. And Q does something also, but I don't remember what it is, and you can mess it. I don't see any difference. You have to go in when you start doing your digging down and stuff. You go into the option and you set a key to show darkness. And for me, I use the tilde key, as you can see. And it'll show you what red is darkness area. Red means that there's darkness, some sort of darkness in that area. And if you move around, we're in the middle of the day. So, you know, it's 7 o'clock in the morning almost. So there's not going to be any outside, not much, just a little shadowing. But that's definitely a dark room. And if I hit the tilde key to turn it off, you can see, yeah, it's a dark room. Especially when somebody walks in there, you can tell. All right. So I'm guessing we're back up to 20 planks because somebody left that. So we need to get going. All right, so let's get our view up. First thing we need to do is get rid of this excess here. So let's go to building and dig ramp down. Oh, the tops are, oh, there they go. Let's dig these down. They're digging them down, they're digging them down. And then we want them to dig these down. Alright. And that should be good for right now. Alright, see here? Or never mind, that's on the ground level. Sometimes you end up, when using these commands, with a piece of floor that's left on the top. I don't know why it happens, and I actually just messed up, as I can see here. Let's pause it. Let's turn it around. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. Oh, I see what happened. This is multi-level. So I'm okay here. That's bottom level. I'm good there. And I do want all of this, so I want that also. And that. And that'll take care of all of it. There we go. Never mind. You got to kind of pay attention when you're doing the whole work. Or the terraforming. Because if you're not careful with the terraforming, you will end up with stuff floating. If you ever end up with a piece of land floating, like one of the tops floating in there, you mine out from underneath and the top's still there, and you want to do anything with it, you do not have to build anything up underneath it. What you need to do is you need to go into build and do terrain and then build a stairs up. Notice how it's green. I can place it. You just turn it so that the back of it is next to the slab, the piece of thing that's in the air, and they can walk up and work off of a staircase. So you would have them then go up, and then you would set it to remove, which is right here in terrain. You'd set them to remove floor, remove that floor. After they've built the stairs, they'll walk up the stairs, remove the floor, and then you can just use deconstruct on the stairs and they'll get rid of it. So we've got a lot of idle gnomes. Let's figure out what we need to do. Alright, so I've got my tables, I've got all of this stuff built. Alright, so I need to work to build furniture, workshops. We need some beds soon, but I can't do beds yet. What we can do, as soon as they get this last little bit done, is we can set up our farms, which is what I want to do quick. It's the 4th day. It takes about 5 days, about 5 game days to harvest wheat to get straw. So we want to get our wheat farms producing quickly. Come on, boys! So put the hammer down. Why you gotta hold it? Don't touch my pickaxe. They're greedy, but it's all right. She's back awake now and going. So let's see here. All right. One thing we can do is we can go ahead and get our stuff ready. Let's go to ag. We want to clip some clippings. Let's take some clippings off of all these. The more clippings you start with, the bigger you can start your thing. Because guess what? Nothing's for free in this game. Some things are. Well, I'll take that back. Some things really actually are. But trees are not. Trees, you have to take a clipping before you can plant a tree. Now, I should have some clippings for these already, but, I still want to get them. Now, let's go into forage, and let's forage all these strawberries. Basically, I'm just giving these guys some busy work. I feel like my old boss. Hey, get busy, get busy. Like when I had a boss. We'll get some more of this cotton. Should have some apple trees and some pear trees around here somewhere. There we go. So let's have them come up here and forage some of that. We've already got wheat seeds. Now we'll have some strawberry seeds. That'll give us a bunch of food, which is kind of important this early in the game. There's more food. We got plenty of logs. We got plenty of stone and access to more. So as soon as they finish that, I want to set them to terraforming this over here, at least off the edge, these little blocks. That way we can start a dirt wall and build a dirt wall around all this. And we'll probably come down to start. We only need that big of an area, so we'll probably come down to about here, wherever that cuts across, down to about here or so, or maybe even to here and then cut across. Yeah, we'll come down to about here. And then we'll remove all the ramps on this, and then they can't get to us. If you take a ramp off, they cannot come down a ramp. They cannot come, or a wall rather. It has to have a ramp or a stairs in order for them to come down it. They can't degrade down levels. So once they get that cut up, we can go ahead now and go to In fact, we can set them to doing it now. Dig, ramps down. There goes that one. And that one. And we need about that much of it to start. We'll end up getting rid of all this, or this whole little hill right here, but right now it's not important. I like to have 0. See how it says depth 0? I like to build my base level at 0. You don't have to, but I like to. Come on, you guys. I want to get this done so that I can get some seed going. You get just them last little few. What are my provision lists doing? Probably hauling stuff. In fact, that's something else that I can do. Stockpile. We'll just set a temporary stockpile right here just for food. Food. Yeah. That way they'll have somewhere to carry all of them. That'll keep them busy at least. Then somebody else don't have to go pick stuff up. These guys are still clipping trees. That's good. What is that? Well, I got all 5 of them working. Which is good. Alright, dig, 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 dig. It don't matter if he's sleeping, he'll just fall down. Dig him out, baby. Or he's standing down there on the ground anyway. Lazy ass. Alright, come on, 3 more. Go get these 3. Please go get these 3. Thank you. Alright, so let's, I see something right there. It's going to be a problem. Oh, if you try and pause, the spacebar pauses and unpauses the game, by the way. If you try and pause, yeah, I'm like an hour and a half into the into these episodes, 3 episodes now, and I'm just now telling you how to pause the game. Or you can click up here to play pause. Either way. But, oh man, what was I getting at? Oh, if you try to pause while you're hovering over this menu, it won't. I'm hitting. You hear me smashing the space bar? It won't. You have to be off of it. Same thing if I've got something like that up. These little windows you cannot move. WASD, everything stops. So you have to get rid of it first. Or you can hit escape. Like if I click that, you can hit escape and it'll go away. Alright, come on, dig, dig, dig. I need to set some people to do ag. I need some foraging done. I've got to get this stuff out of my way. This is all clay. Just has to go. But it's not so vital right this moment. I'm just going to put my farm right here. So that has to go. So here I'll show you what replace does. If you go to terrain and then you go to replace floor, you choose the material and type that you want to replace it with. So like for me, soil, that's clay. How do I know that? Because it's not green. Clay won't grow grass. You can go to dirt clump, hit build, and now it's going to replace that clay with a dirt clump, and then I could build on that dirt clump, and I'm going to build my farm right around in here to keep it out of the way for right now, and then I'll build another one here, and then probably build my forestry ones up this way, kind of along the edge, and then this is going to be the entrance. I'm going to have a wall across, and I'll build me a fort here and end up bringing this down and have an entryway with some training things and stuff. You know, that's how I do it. Everybody does it their own way. That's the cool thing about this game. Be creative. Have fun with it. Do what you want to do. Like I'm saying, I can sit right here like this and do absolutely nothing, no advancement except for this little stuff for 20 years in the game. And because there's an option you can check to make monsters get stronger over time, but of course nobody checks it that has any sense. Because then you, or well, those that elitists that want to, or not really, I'm not going to talk bad, not really elitists, but the guys that are good at the game and that really want the extra challenge might do that. But anybody that's watching my channel probably doesn't have very much skill at the game, or less than I do at least, and they want to enjoy a slow-paced build, which is what I do. I mean, I like to enjoy the game. I like to have fun. Like I'm having fun. I've got a kingdom that's built up and everybody's in bronze and all my soldiers are in bronze and I've got 10 soldiers and I've dug down to level -20 and I've, you know, all this other stuff, and I've built a couple really nice cool buildings. I'm starting over. And guess what? It's not a problem to start over because I enjoy the game. The mechanics of the game are what's fun. Doesn't matter that you start over every once in a while. And actually, when a big patch or something like that comes out, it's probably beneficial to start over so that you can incorporate the new stuff into your place without having to redesign. But, you know, to each their own. Cut this out. Alright, so they did that. Now if I click the ground, it'll tell you it's a dirt floor. It's a dirt floor. That's still a clay floor, see? But it's being replaced as we speak. And if you watch, oh, now it's a dirt floor. That's what the replace does. The replace wall and the replace floor both do exactly the same. Fill hole will fill a hole. Only a hole. If you've accidentally screwed up and clicked on one of these with ramp down, dig a ramp down, you will have to dig out another plot, go down to that level, remove the ramps, come back up, and then put a top on it, and then you can do it. But see, what I have discovered also is that if you've got a hole and a ramp down on accident, you can build a floor on top of it, then go to terrain, dig hole, and it will dig a hole and remove the ramps that are hidden up underneath the floor. And then you can fill the hole, and then you could replace the top. Back square one, you're good to go. These are tricks that you'll end up seeing me do, things like that throughout this, little tricks that I've figured out that a lot of other people, yes, they know. It's nothing rocket science, nothing spectacular that I'm the only person that knows. But there, you will see when you start playing this game, some of these tools will screw up your terraforming. And if you use the wrong tools in the wrong place, you can spend 5 minutes trying to fix it. And knowing little quick tricks like that to get rid of ramps. Yes, I can put a floor over it and you can't see it. But the first time that I go down below that, I see a hole in the map. Where it's all gray here, I'll see just a one little square hole still. Because there's nothing in that hole above it. And it's not worth doing. Alright, so now what we got to do is get some guys building. And I just realized that I screwed up and I put that up against the wall. So here's how you get rid of it. You go to designate area. No. You go to remove designation and you do that and it gets rid of the stockpile. So now we'll designate another stockpile and we'll move it 1 block off the ground. Make it about that big. And then we'll set it to hold food. And done. Now they'll come and they'll eventually move those over. But what I'm going to tell them to do is build, and when they go to build, they'll pull it out. So it don't matter. You won't lose something. See, they're already moving it onto the stockpile. But you go to, my bad, you go here to build, go to terrain, and then wall. Soil wall. You can use any clump, but I have a tendency to always try and build out of dirt because I just don't like the look of clay. But that's just me. And then you want to big that all the way down. And you want to build this all the way across. Now, yes, I can see down there that a couple of them guys are not wanting to build. I'm only going to come down. We'll come down to about, I don't know, about it there. Does that look good? Let's zoom out and see. That's actually probably too far. But we're going to come off of this. So let's find the best way across. Alright, that'll work. And then what we have to do is we have to get rid of that stuff that's in the way because it will not automatically get rid of it. So we need to fell a couple trees. There's 1, there's 3, there's 2 more, and that's that. We need to forage these 2 strawberries, gets rid of them, and then we need to go into building and we need to get rid of this ramp so that we can put a block there. And we'll get rid of that ramp too, just for giggles, because I don't want it touching my wall. And then we're good to go. Oh, we need to forage those also. Go to agriculture, go to forage. We'll forage that one, we'll forage, because we can forage the inside ones later. Or they're already set to be forged actually, people just aren't doing it. And here we are, we've almost got our place walled, and we're only on the 5th day. Ain't that wonderful? Oh, there's another one we got to get rid of. You don't have to, that one, but I prefer to. because it just kind of looks tacky. I want to put a block in there, and then what I'm actually going to do is get rid of these ramps now too. Remove these ramps. These guys can go around for right now. Let's get rid of all these ramps. We'll set it to that one first so that they'll walk up, stand on this ramp, get rid of that one, instead of taking this one out on accident first and not being able to get to it. Like I said, the AI has been improved a lot since the last time I played the game, you know, a year or so ago. But not that much. They still screw up. Alright, so we got to go back out one, go to build, terrain wall, dirt, and build, and now we're just waiting. Dig it out, get it out, get it out! Now, why am I doing this? Why am I building this wall around? Okay, here, I'll explain to you why. When the game decides to spawn monsters in, which it does every other day, if not every couple days, after the first season, of course, I still got, what, 8 days, 7 days? But after the first day of summer, it starts spawning in monsters. Now, the way that works is it checks all the way around the map, and first it decides where it wants to spawn monsters. But first, prior to that, it checks all the way around the map, and it finds areas that it can spawn monsters. There must be a flat tile. It has to be on the edge. It has to be a flat tile with a floor panel on the edge. Then monsters can be spawned on that. Now, what I'm doing is I'm building a wall, but I'm not going to put a floor on it, the floor tile. I'm just going to have the wall chunk there. So the game checks, and all of this area around my base, it sees, oops, come on, go back to work. It sees that there's a floor there, or ground, or block there, but there's no floor tile, so I cannot spawn here. And it keeps checking and looking, and oh, here's an open spot, and it'll spawn some monsters there. Generally, it tends to do it away from your base some, so that you can't see, but it will pop them in. If this is the only little spot you got, it'll pop them in right there. So, that's how you protect yourself. Monsters cannot bust down walls yet in the game. So what I do is exactly this. I mean, I encompass my area with walls, like so, to protect it. And then what I'll do is I'll only have one area where things can come in. And that just allows me to control the combat. It allows me to control the flow. Sorry. These guys are just going at it. They're still foraging and everything. Yeah. But that allows me to control the flow. Or at least it allows you to control the flow of where they're flowing from. There we go. That's a better way to put it. So to start with, I think we're going to make them flow in through right here. So what I do is I'll come over here. Like so. Now it looks like I'm cutting it off, but trust me, I'm not. Give me time. And then we'll go like that. And then we'll go like this. And then there. Okay. Come on, baby. Go back to build, block, dirt, build. We'll put a build block there, and then we'll put one there, and there we go. Now they've got one little block that they can funnel in from, and I'll make a little tunnel with with a one walk-through block in the middle. That way they got a single file down that tunnel, and then I'll have my guards over here that'll meet them head on, because they can stack. Everybody can stack. But it keeps your guys from getting surrounded, at least.